You have found a story.
Poppy's Potion. Welcome to the land unknown. A beautiful, calm land surrounded by nature. Its skyscape punctuated with magnificent bridges. People travel here from far and wide to spend time on the riverbanks and reflect, listening to birdsong and taking in the view. But those who visit would do well to leave the riverbank when the sun sets and head up to Star Hill to see the strongest skies at a distance. For the riverbanks change at night, and the stars and skies yield a power that attracts many misfits and outsiders to make the banks their home. Unseen by day, they venture out at night. The latest person to arrive in the land unknown is Poppy the pirate. Don't be fooled by her young looks. Cursed at birth by a sea demon, she was born an old woman who looks younger with every year that passes. In recent years, with her increasingly childlike appearance, her fellow pirates stopped taking her seriously, so she brought her crew here to set up base. She has only 2 crew members, a young rabbit called Sally and Fox Allen. They are loyal companions, willing to travel anywhere with Poppy as she searches for the potion that will reverse the curse. Both have their own powers to help along the way. Sally can jump so high, she could reach the moon if she tried. As it is, she regularly spies treasure from the skies to decide where they should travel next. Fox Allen, on the other hand, can become invisible, with 2 quick blinks of his eyes, but mainly uses this to sneak around and steal food at night. He shares his finds with his crew, unless it's cheese, or cheesy chicken wings, or cheese sandwiches. Well, you get the idea. Our story starts on one particular day, just a couple of weeks ago. It had been a while since the gang's last outing. Fox Allen had been comfort eating cheesy chicken nuggets, and Sally's jumpiness had become unbearable.
Okay, Sally, get bouncing and see what you can see.
And with that, Sally jumped clean overboard and began bouncing higher and higher until she disappeared altogether. When she returned 30 minutes later, her nose was twitching and her whiskers were stood up on end.
Well, did you see any treasure?
Poppy had barely asked the question before Sally burst out.
I found the potion, the age reverse potion that could get you back to your real age. There's a swamp goblin under the bridge. I thought it smelt funny. He turned the whole thing into a swamp and he's got an otter with him for some reason. That's not important. He's wearing the potion around his neck. The goblin, not the otter, I'm sure of it.
And so it was that Poppy, Sally and Fox Allen became aware of Bob the Goblin and his sidekick, Ollie the Otter. Fox Allen was immediately set out in search of more information. 2 quick blinks and he became invisible. Poppy and Sally watched as a set of cheesy footprints appeared on the deck, walking away.
Make sure you wash the cheese off your feet first.
Bob the Goblin was indeed hiding under the bridge in an area that now resembled a giant green swamp. Bob was sharing a joke with Ollie, and as he tilted his head back to laugh, Fox Allen saw the glint of the chain around his neck, and at the end of the chain, a small bottle containing the very potion that Poppy needed. It shimmered all the colours of the rainbow as it caught the sun. It was so close that Fox Allen couldn't help himself. He reached out a paw, hoping to snap it straight off Bob's neck. Bob jumped up and out of reach.
What's that?
He cried. Ollie looked around.
What? There's nothing there?
Fox Allen moved closer and stretched out his paw for another try, but feeling the tickle on his throat, Bob swiped and caught him. Fox Allen flickered into view, the contact breaking his invisibility spell. Bob's ears began to smoke.
Uh-oh,
muttered Ollie. Poppy and Sally had heard the commotion from the ship and ran to see what was going on. By the time they arrived, smoke was pouring out of Bob's skin.
How dare you come here into my swamp and try take what isn't yours? Stop it! And who are you?
Now, I don't know if you know this about swamp goblins, but when they get angry, really angry, they turn into a giant fireball. Luckily, Ollie could always tell when this was about to happen and Just as the first flame erupted, she pushed Poppy, Sally and Fox Allen deeper into the water to protect them. Poppy burst into tears.
Oh, don't cry,
said Sally.
We'll find a way to get that bottle,
Fox Allen added.
I'm not sure about that.
Mumbled Ollie.
Why do you want it anyway?
Poppy turned to look at Ollie, stuttering.
All my life, I've had a curse that's meant I just keep looking younger. I've been a pirate since I was born, but now I look like this. No one takes me seriously anymore. We've had to run away and live here. That potion would reverse the curse and give me back my life.
A loud sizzling noise stopped Ollie from replying. Bob was back in his goblin form and standing right beside them.
Please, I can pay you with treasure and more gold than you can imagine. I'm sorry we tried to steal it. Please, can I buy the potion off you?
No,
growled Bob, and Poppy's shoulders dropped. Bob took a breath.
You can have it for free.
Poppy and her friends were open-mouthed.
I know what it's like to feel lonely. I lost my family after a storm. I haven't met another swamp goblin in years. If it wasn't for Olive here, I don't know what I'd do.
With that, he took the chain from around his neck and presented it to Poppy. The moment it touched her skin, stars started shooting out from the bottle, and right before their very eyes, Poppy's skin began to age and her whole body changed. Although 103 is still young for a pirate, there were more wrinkles around her eyes and strands of grey hair appeared in amongst the black. She threw herself at Bob, giving him a big bear hug that took them all by surprise.
You know it's a very big pirate ship we have.
She looked at Sally and Fox Allen, who nodded their silent agreement.
And we could always do with extra crew.
Bob and Ollie looked at one another.
Really?
They said in unison.
Of course.
Everyone was overjoyed at the new friendship they had made.
There's just one thing,
said Fox Allen as an afterthought. The others all looked in his direction.
We might have to fireproof the ship.
Written and voiced by Year 4 St. Aidan's 2025.
With a bit of help from writer Becci Sharrock
and performer Harrison Rowley-Lynn.
Thanks to Unfolding Theatre
and the Tyne Doing Twee.